Welcome back, team. Day 7 of our mobility challenge. Today, for our practice, you're going to need a ball of some sort. That can be a lacrosse ball, baseball, tennis ball, bouncy ball, just something about this size. So go pause the video, get that piece of equipment and come back. So, with this today, we are going to be doing our hip wheel mobility drill. It is based on mobilizing the soft tissues around the head of the femur and down the side of the quadriceps. So, we're going to be on the ground today. So we're going to be working the ball into these tissues, the WAD, WAD, the WAD flexor here, TFL, and the other small muscles that all connect into the outside of our hip. So to that end, you're going to put the ball down and you're going to rotate onto it. So right now, in this, it hurts a little bit. Right now, my hip is resting on that lacrosse ball. And the goal of this is to increase our knee to chest ability. Let's bring this up. There we go. And we're going to roll around. What my old coach likes to call scrubbing. You're just moving back and forth, finding spots of tension. And we're going to hold this for about 2 minutes. I'm not going to hold it, but we're going to be on this side. So a big issue when people squat is that it can be hard to get the knee high enough to the chest. So right now we're working these outside tissues to allow some lengthening to occur. And this movement back and forth across the tissues is a great method to mobilize. I would also suggest doing some contract and relax like we practiced yesterday. A big inhale, squeeze the glute, squeeze those hip muscles, and relax into the ball. So if you can, try and bring the other leg across. Find some new movement. Find some new spots of tension. Bring this up a little bit more. Down. Try and ignore the pain of someone digging into the hip there. Keep working, keep working. This is a tough one, I know. This is also a great litmus test to see how the tissues are feeling. The more painful those tissues are, probably the tighter they are, making it a little bit tougher. Three more big breaths. Okay, let's dismount from that. Shake it out. That was a tough. That's a tough stretch. Alright, and we'll go on our other side. Get that ball right next to your glute, and then just roll. Slide down, and then roll onto it. Woo! Oh boy! And we got this side for 2 minutes. So be gentle as you start your side. The beginning is always the hardest part, as the muscles wake up and adjust to that type of stimulus. I find there's great value to be gotten in the contracting that glute Squeeze, squeeze, and relax, and really concentrate on those tissues around the ball and thinking about the ball sinking in to the muscle. The more you can relax on that exhale, the deeper we can get and the longer those tissues will become. You can feel by crossing this leg over that what happens is as this tightens up, it actually becomes even tighter in this hip as well, as our glutes have to compensate and stretch. Very nice, 30 more seconds. Last big inhale, squeeze, and relax. Okay, let's dismount from that. Shake it out. Ooh, feeling good from that. I've got one more piece. We're gonna work on, we're gonna do a little bit more glute activation later, but right now we're working on connecting our glute to our main hip flexors in the front of our hip. So to that end, we're gonna be in a lunge, 90 degrees from the floor to my shin, 90 degrees from my shin to my leg. And you're gonna, as our torsos are upright, you're gonna try and squeeze your glute as hard as you can. Big squeeze, big squeeze. And then as it's on tension and as it's squeezed, trying to start shifting forward. You can have your back toes under or flat. So the goal of this is to, with our glutes squeezed and on tension, to push forward into the hip flexor and start to work these upper tissues now of our hip. We've gone longer here, let's try and get longer here as well. So squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Come back out of that. We're going to do 5 times per side. Squeeze and start to sink down, work until you start to feel a stretch. If you're so flexible that you personally can't feel anything on these really tight, or on these contract and stretch, you can go to the calf stretch you've done earlier. Squeeze and press. And come up. Once more. Squeeze. Stretch, stretch. Okay, let's switch sides. All right, first one, gauge where we're at. Squeeze and press. Come up. Big breath. Squeeze, press in, press in. Come out of it. Inhale and squeeze. Ooh, there we go. That's organic for me. Okay, we got 2 more we're gonna do. Contract, squeeze, squeeze. Come out. Last one, big inhale. And sink down. And let's come up. Great work today. Keep these squats going if you got the time. Spend some time in the bottom of the squat. feet forward like we've been practicing. See you tomorrow.